Gennaker Day!
Well, it's pretty cool. I like the colours. We just got to figure out and learn how to trim it a bit better.
In this episode, we test out our gennaker as we sail north to Nydri, where we spend a few days servicing both of our engines. Once the engine work is complete, we continue north and treat ourselves to a town berth in Lefkada.
It's that time of the week again. Washing Wednesday. Ella's done a magnificent job getting all our clothes washed and the sheets. Now we just have to hope they don't fly away. That's the other danger of washing Wednesday. Get it up. Ready to go?
Yep. Gonna try for the elusive Greek fish once more. I'd love a groper. I'd love anything really, even a lionfish at the moment. I haven't shot anything for a while. Whilst the visibility is excellent, heaps of fish life about, they're really skittish, and there wasn't the deep holes that I was hoping for. You know, the 10 to 15 metre deep stuff, it was all in the shallows. I find that quite challenging, but I'm getting better.
So today's the day. We are going to get our gennaker out, hoist it, and hopefully use it. The wind conditions look absolutely perfect. I have to say though, this anchorage turned out to be really nice. It was pretty bumpy last night until about 1:30, but this morning it is beautiful and peaceful and calm. All right. Okay, first step is complete. That was to find the sail, pull it out of the bag. All the sheets are in there and they're still attached. The furler's attached. It should be good. Yeah.
We think we have now rigged it. It's a very simple setup in comparison to some of the YouTube videos we've watched. You can see it was previously quite well filled with the sheets there. Bolted the Englefield clip directly to the bowsprit as our Facno furler. Kel's just finalising the starboard gennaker sheet onto a winch that I don't think we've ever used.
Nope.
We're trying to get out of almost Alafez, the bay that we've been in for the last couple of nights. It's been fantastic. Getting this gennaker up is going to be a real highlight of today.
I put the fishing rod out this morning and it looks like 20 minutes after I did that, we have a fish!
Did you even notice?
Nope, didn't even notice. Is it a tunny? It's a tunny. You want to grab the pliers and set him free.
Scary exciting! Gennaker time! We are good to go. We've got the wind pretty much on the beam, which I believe is where you're supposed to have it. When you're doing this, Kel's going to staff, Kel's going to person the port gennaker sheet. That's the red one. I love our colour-coded sheets. Oh no, you have to tear it off the Velcro from up there. Here we go. Oh, you're doing it, not me. Gennaker Day!
Well, it's pretty cool. I like the colours. We just got to figure out and learn how to trim it a bit better.
Yeah, it was very hard to get full, and we're supposed to be able to go at least green 150. Now it's not full again. I did a quick count up and I can count 52 other sailing vessels, and I'd say about 60-70% of them are under sail. That doesn't include any of the ones that anchor along the south side of Lefkada, so I would suggest that is the most sailing vessels we've seen in one place since we've purchased Dakini, albeit the visibility is very good. We got 12 knots now, we're doing 6. It's pretty good downwind for us, to be honest.
Just cruising up through this channel. On the right side we've got the island of Meganisi, and then on the left is Lefkada, the very bottom edge of Lefkada. We've got an anchorage just up here. We're going to duck into there for the night, And then tomorrow go round and into Nydri where we're going to do our engine services.
New plan, we weren't very happy with that as an overnight anchorage, just too deep. And we'd have had to have got very close to the beach to anchor in 10 metres, which is kind of our preference when the bottom isn't great holding. It was Posidonia with only patches of sand. So we are going to head round and we're actually going to go straight to Nydri, get these engines done a little bit earlier, give us a bit more time before our guests arrive. Make sure we finish that job properly. Need a new business idea. You could make Greek courtesy flags that lasted. However, then you'd never be able to sell them again. The current business model is make them not last. We were here maybe 3 weeks ago, and how things have changed. There were so many boats. Might be because we believe the Lefkada bridge is open. So maybe that's changed people's behaviours and more people can go up there, I don't know. But we are probably just going to tuck in amongst these yachts in here. Nydri is a lovely spot in the evening. It's great to have so much company. We arrived after these two, before that one. I can look over at town. We are mentally preparing ourselves for a couple of days of engine work. Hopefully it's not too hot. Got to be able to find all the parts we need and the oil. Good morning, Nydri. It is main engine 2,500 hour engine service. Bit scary. Gone through the manual and I've found all the 2,500 hour actions. You got to remember, you got to go to the 50s, the 100s, the 250s and the 500s. Gone through and worked out all the parts that we need. There's all the spare parts from for the engine, and I have collated them all. So we have the official tools, which we probably won't need, but it's always useful to have them out there when you get stuck. Primary fuel filters. So those are technically not part of Yanmar, they're a aftermarket edition, pretty standard though. Secondary fuel filters, so they are on the engines themselves. The oil filters, impellers, and V-belts for the alternators.
The scary stuff is just beginning. We have enough oil and gear lubricant to do one engine. We have got our crappiest, shittiest t-shirts and clothes on. Let's get this done.
The first task on a long list for 2 engines is to extract the oil from the engine. So the way we do that, we've got the engine's instructions, we've got the instructions for our extractor, a Pella 6000, and we've warmed up the engine a little bit. I'll check that on the dipstick to make sure that the oil's got a bit of warmth to it. If not, we'll have to start the engine again. And then Kel's going to follow the instructions, yell them out while I go through it slowly in the engine room. And if I cock this one up, I get a second try.
I have the book. We've YouTubed the crap out of it, so we've looked at as many examples as possible. Let's do this.
No, that doesn't want to move. Oh, it's moving on pumping. We extracted a lot of oil. I mean, it's running really dry at the bottom of the dipstick. I can't get the thingy down any lower. I've taken all the caps off. I've unscrewed everything. Short of rocking the boat backwards and forwards for a while.
That's alright, these guys are doing it for us.
We're about to receive anyway. There's not much else we can do. We've also let it sit for about 20 minutes to let any residual oil drain. My one self-criticism is that we did not warm the oil up enough. I mean, it's warm, but I think it's meant to be quite warm.
Part 2, changing the oil filter. The filter has been changed. We're now replacing the oil with brand new oil, which should keep our engines happy.
Done it! We have chucked pretty much 5 litres in. It's supposed to take 5.5. I guess that accounts for what we can't get out with the extractor. Good job. So We'll give it a couple of minutes at 2000, go up to like 2.8 for a minute or so, and then we'll check it when we actually use it in anger.
Getting the oil out of the second engine is going a lot better. We gave the engine a really good warm up before we did it, and it's quite it's noticeably warm to touch, the oil is. And so I wouldn't say it's flying out, but it is certainly coming out a lot faster.
As usual, the starboard engine is going to get much better treatment than the port engine, because we always experiment with the port engine first.
I'm not sure why.
And then come to the starboard engine. Well, I do know why. It's because we don't access it. So I always do that one first, so if we have to go to the shops and stuff. But yeah.
Oil changes are done, the starboard engine has now also been tested, and we're on to the next job. And the boat is a bomb site because we have to pretty much open every toolbox and every parts box we have. Next job is to test and tighten the alternator belt. It says you don't have to replace it until it's 1,000 hours or 4 years, but we will probably likely replace them just so we know they're in tip-top shape.
Oh, you know, I've been working hard when Kel cooks me fish. It's supposed to just goes, as opposed to just saying, cook your own fish. No, she's been working just as hard. It's been a real team effort today. I thought we'd get further through it. The alternator's beaten me. Need to do some research. Don't want to break anything.
We're all packed up. The boat is a lot neater now. We still have a lot to do tomorrow. We'll do some research tonight, but a successful day. We're going to head into town and treat ourselves with a delicious crepe. It's a place in here we've been before and it's really good, so we're heading in now.
Yum! The crepe has arrived. Good start to the morning. I have replaced the alternator belt on our port engine. There was nothing visually wrong with it, but it's a pretty good thing to just replace every now and again. It was quite challenging. I'm really reluctant to undo the water cooling pulley, which the internet suggests you may have to, the manual suggests you may have to undo the water coolant pulley. However, it uses the term loosen, which to me means leave attached and just get some wiggle room in. That is not physically possible. You have to remove it completely. It turns out though, removing it completely is really easy. So I suspect the manual could just do a little bit of work. Remove the other belt. To be honest, they look really good condition, the two I've removed, but they've done at least 250 hours. And I mean, the manual says only replace if you need to, but so there's the coolant pulley that's been removed there. There's the alternator that cranks at the bottom. The protective cover's been removed. I was surprised by the amount the cam distorts the impeller, but that's why you have lubricant. So I've brought down my spare parts. I've brought down my spare parts and my special tool that helped me remove the impeller. I'm going to get the old impeller out. Kel will be proud. I've got a little container with all my bits in it. I'm getting better at this. It's funny, the two engines, half the jobs are easy on one and hard on the other, and vice versa, because of where the wooden platform is and where the engines are spaced in relation to the available freedom of movement. So I've just done the easy side seawater strainer. So you're joining me for the hard side seawater strainer, because I have to manipulate myself to the side of the engine. So this is the seawater strainer here, special tool to get the top off. We've got a spare top, spare O-rings. So what I'll do is I'll disconnect the top, take out the filter. Kel will give that a clean. I'll visually inspect to make sure there's nothing inside. If there isn't, I can just wait. If there is, I'll probably have to sponge the water out to then get any of the bits out. Oh, a bit of stuff in there. We're using the same oil extractor to now do the sail drive. This is the job that I was most worried about, never having done it before, and it's quite a confined space, but it appears to be working. Another tiring day, and once again didn't really achieve what I wanted to. The main job, however, is almost complete, which is the sail drive oil replacement. The challenge with this one, and the reason it's taken so long, is because the oil takes so long to drip through the sail drive to the collection point. You can do it on the hard. We're not on the hard. You can do it in the water, but when you do it in the water, it has to drip down, and then you got to suck it out. And it just, if you want to get as much out of it as you can, you have to wait. It's probably taken a good 4 hours to do one engine. I could have done other jobs at the same time, but I didn't want to contaminate the sail drive oil, because you have to have the oil cap open the whole time and you're in and out constantly. It's just not worth the risk when we're in no hurry, and Nydri's treating us really well.
Left Nydri this morning and headed out to do some engine trials. Both the engines have gone through their full services. We've just got to do a fuel filter change, but that's the easy bit that we've done before. Now we are heading off to an anchorage a bit further north, closer to Lefkada, where we're heading tomorrow to pick up some guests. And we need to make some water, so we needed to get out into some cleaner water. We had both engines going up to 2800 RPM. The boat ran really well. We got well over 8 knots, so everything looks good. The engines both look good, but we'll keep up the checks on a very, very frequent basis over the next few days just to make sure all is okay. Very happy that's done. Another 500 hours until a big service again. There's plenty of other little services along the way in accordance with the maintenance schedule. But the next massive one is 500 hours. We found this nice little anchorage just south of the Lefkada channel, so we're going to stay here the night. It's a beautiful sort of 5-knot breeze. Solar panels are humming, the water maker's going. It's a beautiful day. And I've taken my jumper off, so it's got warmer. It's funny, it's quite chilly in the evenings now. It's cold at night, but in the day when the sun's out, it's still shorts and t-shirt weather. My boat job today is to polish the stainless, or at least my sections. The section that I can reach, there's some bits I can't, so Elle does those. I've got my trusty bucket with my fancy and stupidly expensive polish. All the right cloths. There's polishing cloths to finish it off, to shine it. There's all the initial cloths and some water to rinse it off. So it's sort of a 3-stage process, but it generally comes out pretty well. It's just frustrating how quickly it gets dirty again. That's what the stainless currently looks like. And after a bit of elbow grease, it comes up much shinier.
Busy morning. Just left the anchorage by the Lefkada channel, and we're heading into Lefkada. We're going to go alongside something we do pretty rarely, but we've got to pick up some friends tomorrow night, so we're going to go in, do all of our shopping. Today's been a laundry morning, water making morning. Might get some footage of us going alongside. This is the entrance to the Lefkada channel. Starboard, port, red to red, green to green, up the middle we go. It's quite a long channel actually, it'll probably take us about an hour.
The channel into Lefkada is really quite long. It's about 2.5 miles, so it's quite a journey. We've seen about 8 or 9 of these sunsail charter yachts go out. I'm not sure if they're all together, but there's a real mix. Some very apprehensive looking people on them, so hopefully they have a good trip. Just about to arrive in Lefkada. There is a couple of pontoons here where the charter boats are on the weekends, but during the week private boats like us can go and use them. So just going to duck our head in and have a look and see if we can find a spot, and then we're going to head on in.
Thank you. Oh no, that one there. Yep, please. Yep. Thank you. No, I got it, it's all right. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I see that. Lines on both.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to get you grubby. This is much cleaner than last time.
We're safely parked. There were some people on the wharf who gave us a hand with the lines, and it means Elle and I don't have to jump off the boat to tend the lines, so that's awesome. Now, I just saw a marching band go past. There's some sort of huge ceremony down there. I understand it's an anniversary of Greece joining the war. I'm not sure which war, but I'm going to find out more. I can't resist a good marching band. There are lots and lots of people lining the street. It's got to be a parade of some sort.
Check it out, we are wearing jeans.
First time since I flew to Athens, I think. Is that 6 months ago now?
Absolutely the first time either of us have been in jeans since our arrival in this country. This was date night. Unfortunately, it's a public holiday and the restaurant that I had lined up is closed. We'll maybe have to postpone because a lot of our options are limited, but we're still exploring the rather rowdy streets of Lefkada.
Date night was a fail. Al found a really nice restaurant. He did very well with his research, right up until the point that we didn't know it was a public holiday and was closed. So then we tried a second location and it was closed. So now we've ended up in an Italian joint having pizza and pasta for dinner. Still lovely, but it doesn't count as date night, so Al's got to go again at some stage.
It's pretty tasty looking pizza. We haven't had pizza for a long time, so treat night. Okay, now it's treat night. Choc banana pastry with choc sauce for €3.50, very tasty. Feel like an America's Cup sailor, we're waiting for the pressure. Here comes the pressure. We've decided as a general rule, we're always going to put the red one on the left hand side of the boat, just so we always do it the same way every time.